AC Black Flag Resynced. The game that against all odds is somehow treading water on the ship that is Ubisoft. See, it's funny because it's a pirate game. You know, with ships. Now, all the big YouTubers are playing the game on gorgeous 4K, 60 frames per second, putting the hood up and then quickly pulling it down, exploring the high seas on the jackiest of DOS. But I don't have a PS5, though I'm working on getting one. So, for now, we have Edward Kenway at home. Like a really crappy home. Like a trailer that's been run down a decade ago. Like a home that's been... Alright, let's start with the character creator. Meet Edward Kenway. He'll be under a hood the whole time. Don't even worry about it. We'll be starting with the warrior class as it comes with the scimitars preloaded. I wanted to begin with this and upgrade to the banded curved swords later. Also, the just pants version kind of looks like Edward from the start of the game. For the hidden blade, I couldn't find any weapon that perfectly mirrors it, so I opted for a dagger with backstabs. I thought the hook claws or talons maybe, but it gives more Wolverine than assassin. After looking through the list, I settled on the Miserasold. Definitely mispronounced that, as it seems to have the highest crit damage. Obviously, I won't be using any magic items. I mean, Edward is a pirate, not a wizard. For the most part. Also for the videos, I'm gonna go try do dungeons and world bosses. Otherwise, it'll just be 10 videos of me fighting Margit over and over again. I mean, the game has like 100 different bosses, so might as well explore them. Real quick, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. For the chest piece, I settled on the War Surge's tunic, which means going through Vare's questline. I know most of us wanted to immediately kill this dick the moment you interact with him.
You keep saying I have no bitches, but where are yours? Where are they? I don't see them!
But unfortunately, killing him here doesn't give you his clothes. The dude fucks off with them just after he uses his dying breath to call you a virgin. I mean, he does stay true to his character till the end. Instead, you need to get to Bogwin's palace, and the fastest way is doing his questline. Before that, let me test out the scimitars and daggers. Sticking with the Assassin's Creed Holy Book, Psalm 1. Thou shalt always go in sneaky beaky like. I'll be trying these places as stealthy as possible. Don't worry, Arena. I shall deliver this letter with the efficiency of UPS itself. Her dad is never getting this fucking letter, is he? He really does look like Edward in the opening chase scene. Okay, so I've heard you can backstab dogs, but in all the hours I've played this game, I've never been able to do that. Seems like we got a little Salem witch trial going on here. I mean, I would never condone burning someone at the stake, but it's worse to be a party pooper, so hey, when in Rome. Don't worry, this isn't for the build, but it's a surprise tool we'll be using later. On guard, me matey. That's pirate lingo for, could someone point me to the gift shop? This may look like a desolate hellscape, but it's actually Argentina after the World Cup finale. Here we have the illustrious Pumpkinhead enemy, whose moniker was given due to its unique banana-shaped torso. As the assassin I am, I shall lunge at him from the bushes. Remember kids, there are no witnesses if there's no one left to witness. Edgar, I have traveled far and faced many foes to reach you and deliver this letter. As lord of the castle, I can only imagine the riches you have for me as payment. A stick! Yay! Glad your daughter dies, you cheap son of a... Okay, parcel twat. Deep breaths. We have work to do. Now, in the lore of Elden Ring, all your famous legendary sword can usually be found being wielded by the Forgotten Misbegotten. Now, why these fugly-ass weirdos have access to some of the most powerful weapons is well above my pay grade. And when I say powerful, I mean lore-wise, because let's be real, an Uchi Katana or Greatsword would stomp these legendary weapons in terms of damage output. Sweet, they work. Now, let's get the Dectus Medallion. So with a little help from our old friend Double Jump, we reach Liurnia, the land of cakes. What's that? It's the land of lakes. Oh. Well, now I'm disappointed. We head on over to the Rose Church, where Vare fingers us bloody. Now, if you're playing online, you just have to invade someone 3 times. You don't even have to win, though it is very much appreciated. Now, I didn't raise no weak will tarnish. You go out there and you spam Moonville and Rivers of Blood, like your father and his father before him. If you're playing offline, you can't really invade, so you're locked out of Vare's quest. Unless, with the help of our trusty friend Google, or Bing if you're feeling nasty, I found out from a Reddit thread that there's an NPC in the Atlas Plateau you can invade that fulfills Vare's questline. Shout out to Kevin Ryan 589 and Vorpal Gel. Your Reddit post from 4 years ago really saved me here. Invade and die 3 times to Mr. Magnus the Beastclaw. Yes, that is his government name. I checked his license. Then return to Vare, who tests you with getting the blood of a maiden. Man, no wonder everyone immediately kills this freak. Swing by over to the Dectus bonfire and head to the village which has Sauron's eye for some reason. Feel free to ignore Vike. Ooh, you're on the cover of the game. That's so cool. Dip your cloth in the blood of a maiden. This feels like it should be illegal. And return to Vare. After he fingers you properly this time, we finally get sent to what looks like a vampire's wet dream. Now we can fight the NPC who drops the surgeon's tunic. At this stage of the game, you're probably going to be weak as shit. So, much like a starving mouse, we need cheese. You have to kill the invader 3 times to get his outfit. First, shoot the bird to get it to commit Sudoku. Next, aggro the invader and lure him to the edge. If you want to be fancy about it, you can post him off. Or you can just jump off the cliff. His bloodlust overpowers him and he jumps off to chase you into the abyss itself. Repeat 2 more times and you'll get the armor set. The boots and gloves are the leather set, which is dropped from our old friend Patches. Finally, a hood. I need a white hood, and initially I was looking at the Godskin Noble headdress, but it has that weird eye thing on the top. Luckily, we got an alternative with the Confessor's hood. You find it here with this merchant at Mount Gelmir. Now, some eagle-eyed viewers might be thinking, hey parcel twat, that hood is black. First off, racist. Secondly, the altered version is a plain white hood. And finally, we have Edward's assassin set. War Surgeon's tunic, leather boots and gloves, and the altered Confessor hood. And... okay, real talk, I thought it would look better. Like the hood, gloves, and boots are fine, but the tunic just isn't doing it. I thought maybe the Godskin Noble tunic, but it doesn't really fit Edward's aesthetic as well. Like, it looks more like an Altair or Ezio fit. Edward does have blue along with the white, so I tried the blue tunic and the Carrion Knight set, but both of them don't really work that well. Weirdly though, the Vulgar Militia's tunic actually does look assassin-y. It's a different color, but you do get alternate outfits in the OG game that kind of looks like this. And in the next gen reboot, okay, we don't have to talk about the next gen armor. For pistols, I'm using the light crossbow. It has the reload mechanic similar to Edward's flintlocks. Finally, while there are no blow darts in the game, there are sleep pots. If we head right over here in Limgrip, we can pick up the Fervor's cookbook. And bada bing, narcolepsy on demand. I was initially planning on upgrading to the bandit sword, but they don't really look the part, so instead my alternative is dual rapiers. Now, for the spirit summons, I wanted something pirate themed. Initially maybe the jellyfish, because you know, ocean, but I settled on the Skeletor Warrior Ashes. It seemed like Edward was summoning his crew to help him fight, and the skeletons kind of remind me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Remember the surprise tool from earlier? I needed a bleed weapon, or you'll be watching the riveting gameplay of me hitting a giant rump for 45 minutes. One quick rune farm later, we got the 2 halves of the Dectus Medallion, which lets us head over to the Atlas Plateau. Huh, the royal capital is on a plateau literally above the rest of the lands. I wonder if there's any symbolic importance. Psh, what am I saying? If there's one thing I know about rich people and nobility, is how much they're in touch with the common folk. Alright, time to test out the final build. Well, a fellow assassin, who appears to be already dying. Didn't account for the fall damage, eh? We've all been there. Go forth, men. Take what you can, give nothing back. That's the way of Sony's business model. I mean the pirate code. She put up a valiant effort, but she simply could not stop my hidden blade from penetrating her behind. Not like that. Officer, it was Vare, I swear. Now, she's already seen me, but I'm still trying for stealth. This is a subtle reference to the combat system in Assassin's Creed. Okay, so we know the build works on a single foe, but how does it fare against Team Deathmatch? We find ourselves in the Gatefront Ruin, where a group of soldiers are patrolling the area. These are probably normal men forced to fight and die for their lord, just so they can put food on their table for their families. They truly are the backbone of the lands between. Normal people just trying to live their lives. Let's kill them all in creative ways. Assassin's Creed Psalm 2. Thou must always stick near the bush, as the open is dark and full of terror. Luckily, these soldiers had the peripheral vision of FIFA Cup referees, so the assassinations are a walk in the park. Or bush, I guess. I managed to lure one of the guards and introduce them to the tip of my rapier. And luckily, in true AC fashion, the guard standing 2 feet away has neither seen nor heard anything even remotely suspicious. You can truly call me Mr. Must have been the wind. And with the final enemy vanquished, there you have it. Edward Kenway at home. Like a really crappy home. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. The last few videos did surprisingly well, so I just wanted to thank everyone who decided to watch my incoherent ramblings. Let me know if there are other character builds you'd like to see in the comments. I've been trying to reply to all of them, but some of them might slip through the cracks. Alright, I've wasted enough of your time. Till next time, peace out.